Today I will tell you how AI will change online business and what business owners online are not talking about AI and making money online, and how your business can make more money in the long run using AI. Now, you've probably checked these videos online where business owners are talking about how you can use AI with not having employees in your business, how you can use Claude to make your business more money, how you can use ChatGPT to make your business more money. But not a lot of business owners are talking about the changes in online business and the trends that AI is going to have on online businesses. So today I'm going to talk about the trends that AI is going to have in businesses, and how businesses are going to make money online. So less businesses making more money. Now, the productivity of a business will increase where a business can do the work of other businesses just by using AI tools. So here's a graph that I've made using Claude. Let's say a business has to hire, 100 employees in their business to make money, right? Now, because they have AI, they can just do it with, 10 employees. Now, also, on top of that, before they were, hiring other businesses to do their work, and let's say they hired, 15 businesses, right, to do their work. Now these people have to hire 5 people to do the work. So what's going to happen in businesses is that more these businesses that do very small work for their businesses are just not going to, make any money. And the businesses are just going to have either AI tools doing the work, or they're going to hire AI employees, which I'm going to talk about in this video. That is very, very important. So when business can do the work of other businesses and the overall productivity of the business is going to go up, and a lot of people are going to make more money. But as let's say 10 businesses are making money. Now only, let's say 2 businesses are going to make money because they're using AI in their business. Now, the second change that could happen is that businesses that are making money online will make more money. Why? It's because the reason why you have probably checked out, Alex Hormozi has made a second channel. He's posting a lot more YouTube videos on his second YouTube channel. Why is that? Because he wants to give Google AI models more data about his business. I've made a video which you can check out about, how Google Gemini is now using YouTube videos, to answer questions about business. And Alex Hormozi and other business owners are also using this to, have, let's say you have a question about business. So they're going to use Alex Hormozi's YouTube video because it has the most amount of videos online posted on YouTube. And, is just going to recommend Alex Hormozi more for if you have any questions about business. So the businesses, right, which are using AI, and the businesses that have data, that have infrastructure, that have distributions, will just, use more AI and make more money. And the small businesses, which actually don't have, much of data, infrastructure, and distribution, are going to make less money. It's like I said in the first point, where the productivity of a single business is going to go a lot more than these other small businesses that are, not making that much money. So Alex Hormozi and a lot of other business owners are posting videos on YouTube to train AI models, and also they already have data in their own business because they have been doing it, for 10 years, 15 years, which they can use that data to train AI models. So that is very, very important. So if your business does not have, if you're not already making money online, if you're already not making, let's say you do e-commerce, right, and you have a lot of data on your customers for e-commerce, you're going to make a lot more money selling the products. But if you're just starting a new one, you can't really use AI because everybody's going to have the same sort of data that is trained into the AI model. Otherwise, you can train your own AI models using the data that you have, and that's very, very important. This change that could happen in business is very interesting because new businesses will not make money in the old industry. So if you're thinking of, oh, I'm just gonna go into an old industry, or people say these boring businesses, and I'm just gonna use AI and I'm gonna make money, that's probably not gonna happen. Why? Because all businesses that are online have to use AI to make more money, right? So digital marketing, video production, accounting, finances, e-commerce, real estate, all these sorts of different businesses, right? They will use AI, and what's gonna happen? The productivity of the employee will increase as the business's productivity is increasing. Now, people are most businesses, why don't they hire a software engineer in their business? Because they don't got to have it to make more money, But now, because they have to use AI in their business, they're going to hire these employees which know how to use AI to make their business more money. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to, I'm just going to go in an old industry and I'm just going to use ChatGPT or Claude and I'm going to make a lot more money, that's probably not going to happen. They're just going to hire employees and just do that rather than hiring your businesses. And that, I talked about the first point, where it was hey, people are not going to hire these small businesses to do their work because they're expensive, where they can just hire either AI agents or AI employees to do the work. Now, I talked in the previous point of people not hiring businesses and they're going to have AI employees in their business, every single business that makes money online is probably going to hire these AI employees, which are just doing the works, because businesses will start to hire AI employees that knows how to automate process in their business and pay them a salary rather than paying other businesses. Now they have an employee on salary, which they can tell how much work they want to do. Do they want to do more work or less work, rather than paying other businesses which might charge a lot more money than the employee, and they, of course, they can do more work with the employee and different types of work. So that is super, super important. So a lot of business owners, they're talking about, hey, you can start this business in this old industry or these boring businesses. I don't know why people on YouTube like a lot of these boring businesses that you can start online, all these sort of businesses. They're not going to work because business businesses that are already making money, like I told you, they have data, they have processes in their business that are making money. They're just going to hire an employee that can automate all that work, and the employees are going to make a lot more money. They're going to make more jobs in their business, but also these small businesses are not going to make money because big businesses are just going to hire these AI employees. Now, this trend in business, like hardware businesses will make more money than software businesses, is already happening with Nvidia and Claude, where Nvidia is making a lot more money, making like 80 to 100% profit margins on like Nvidia and AMD, which are these hardware businesses. So traditional SaaS, here's a graph that I made using Claude. So traditional SaaS, just writing code is not going to make a lot more money. AI and software, where people are have these softwares which do a lot of work, which they can, or using APIs, which are going to be also a big business. But the hardware companies, like the companies which are making the chips, the data centers, they're going to make a lot more money, because any business that just writes software code will just not make money in the long run. Companies that have hardware advantages over the other businesses will make more money, and we're already checking this out with Nvidia making a lot more money than Claude and ChatGPT, because they have an advantage, and people want to buy their chips, they want to buy their RAM, and they want to buy these computers from Nvidia, from AMD, any other people that are making data centers. And that is going to be very important, because if a business is just writing code and it doesn't have any sort of advantage, again, an AI employee can just copy your code, whatever code you have for your business, and they can just use that in their business. This is already happening in e-commerce, where customers are using AI to buy products from your business. That is very important. So before, what customers would do, they would just read on Amazon reviews, or they would check out the reviews on Google and they would buy. But now customers are asking AI models, what is this product? How should I buy it? Is there any cheaper products that I can buy? And that is very, very important. Customers are checking reviews of the product like they do on Amazon, right? And now they're going to just use AI models to do that, which is very, very important if you sell products online as a business. Because if your business, and that's why, again, it goes back to the point why Alex Hormozi is making a lot of these videos online. Why is that? The reason why Alex Hormozi is posting a lot of these videos online, again, if somebody asks Gemini, hey, should I buy this product from Alex Hormozi's business? AI is going to be like, yeah, you should buy from Alex Hormozi's business. And they're going to list all the reasons why they should buy from Alex Hormozi and not these other businesses. So if your business, especially if you're in an e-commerce business, and if your business is not like listed on AI models like Google SEO and all that stuff, your business will not make money than the other businesses that are listed on AI models. So that is very, very important, because customers are going to buy and use products, whatever the AI model kind of tells them, like this product is good, this product is bad. And that's very, very important. Now, this goes back to my point where I was talking about the productivity of a business increasing and AI employees' productivity increasing. Hiring AI employees and hiring businesses to do the work. Hiring AI employees, first of all, they're cheaper. And of course, the overall cost for the business gets lower, right? So let's say outsourcing is cheaper for the first month, but by 6 months, the cost is still the same. But by year 3, you have spent $58K more, where you could have just hired an AI employees. Now, businesses will start to sell AI employees to other businesses to work in their business, rather than paying more money to a business to do the work. Now, guys, these are very, very important trends. And of course, if you are someone who's running your business online, you should be checking out for these sort of trends and changes in business, because AI will change business online, and businesses will want to use AI and lower their cost and make more money. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.